I'm standing here on the biggest delta in the entire world, that is, of course, southern Bangladesh, and it gives you a perfect example of what the government, the people, and aid organizations are trying to overcome as they try to reach some of the most heavily stricken areas from the storm. We're actually traveling with Save the Children, a well-known aid organization, and as you can see, they have to cross a series of rivers to get down to southern Bangladesh, which is, of course, where the most damage is. The ferries are just starting to again start operating after the storm, and you can see, as far as the eye goes, a line of cars, of food, people trying to return home, and aid organizations that are trying to get down to these areas. It also shows the difficulty that the government is having in putting out numbers, that is, the death toll from this very serious storm, because there are simply areas where they have not been. The government is trying to get a look from the air and from the water at some villages along the coastline that they believe were completely destroyed. But again, it just shows you the logistical nightmare that is the recovery effort of this storm. Now, in speaking with members of Save the Children, they're telling me that the three basic things they're going to try to do as soon as they get across this river is food, water, and shelter. Those are the three basic needs that people don't have in these areas. They're also hoping, of course, as they move further south to the islands, that they'll get a better picture of exactly what the human catastrophe from this toll was. It's also very important to note in talking to these aid organizations that this is a long-term recovery effort. The rice crop, for example, here in the Delta was ruined. It's supposed to come in December, unfortunately completely ruined from the storm. So people are going to be without food for months to come. So these aid organizations are not just worried about the next week, they're worried about months in the future, feeding the people of Bangladesh. It's important to remember some 10 million people live on the other side of this river in this Delta area. So it's a huge amount of people to feed, and these aid organizations have to overcome rivers like these in order to help the people of southern Bangladesh. Cal Perry, CNN, southern Bangladesh.